Hi my friends, today I'm in Telemly, which is a neighborhood in the upper parts of Algiers, and in fact it's right above the central Algiers. And I am going to drive and show you how to drive from this neighborhood here to Bir Mourad Rais, to the neighborhood of Bir Mourad Rais. So the huge building you see in front of us is known as l'Aérohabitat, and it's one of the largest residential blocks in all of Algeria, I think. It's 15 floors high, I think. It has many elevators, okay, and it's so big that it even has stores in it. And now we are driving on the Boulevard Karim Belkacem, or the Karim Belkacem Boulevard, which is the main street here in Telemly. And Telemly has countless small and narrow streets, of course, okay, to the right and to the left, because it's a residential area, and it's a heavily populated area where population density is huge. We are approaching the Fine Arts School on our right. It's on our right, and on our left there is that beautiful Parc du Galant, a public park with two museums: the Museum of Islamic Arts on my left here, and the Museum of Ancient Arts. And now we're taking the right. In order to leave the central part of the city. You can see how beautiful Algiers is. All these green with all these green spaces here, and green roundabouts. They're so beautiful. And now we're driving down the Independence Avenue. Right, we'll soon be joining it here. Independence Avenue. She will lead us to 1er Mai, or May Day Square, or Place du 1er Mai, May Day Square, or May the 1st Square. There is a beautiful view here, a beautiful view of the city, the Bay of Algiers. So this is Independence Avenue, and it's of course named after Algeria's independence, which was achieved on July 5th, 1962. We're approaching the May Day Square, okay, Place du 1er Mai, but we are not going to go there, because in fact we are exiting the city center in order to drive to Bir Mourad Rais, to to the neighborhood of Bir Mourad Rais. There we go. We're joining the northern bypass road or northern highway, La Rocade du Nord. So the Algiers port is on the right. Sorry, is on the left. It's on the left. Easy here because the road isn't always good, in a good condition. And now, there we go. The northern highway, or the northern bypass highway, La Rocade du Nord. This is the Belcourt or the Belmousdad bus stop. Just driven past it. Now we've got to drive to the right lane. Get into the right lane in order to take a ramp. And this ramp is in fact going to lead us to many of Eastern Algiers neighborhoods. Right, great. Oh, and the botanical garden is on our right here, on our right. And the botanical garden is known as Jardin d'Essai, the Garden of Experiments. And it's in fact a tropical garden, such a huge garden. I think that it's Algiers' largest garden. It also has a zoo. It's visited by many people, and it's one of Algiers' main attractions. But now, if we want to go to Bir Mourad Rais, we've got to take the right to join the Belmousdad street. What you see right in front of us is part of the Belmousdad neighborhood, formerly known as Belcourt. Now it's known as Belmousdad or El Hamma. Okay, so it's the part of the Belmousdad municipality. In fact, it's a huge municipality, and it's I mean, this part of Belmousdad, the eastern part of Belmousdad, is known as El Hamma. The botanical garden itself is known as the El Hamma Garden of Experiments, Jardin d'Essai d'El Hamma. One of the main attractions here is also, I mean, in addition to the garden, is also, you know, the cave where Spanish writer Cervantes lived for 5 years. See, he was captured by the Ottomans, by Algerians, in fact, during the Ottoman period, and then. So now we are taking the right, okay, to go to Bir Mourad Rais. So as I told you, Spanish writer, the author Cervantes, you know, the one who wrote Don Quixote or Don Quixote. So that writer was held captive by the Turks, and then, you know, when he escaped, he lived in a cave in this area on the right. So the cave still exists, and I think it's still visited by people, by visitors. Taking this ramp because it's faster, okay? And now we are driving on the Bouadou Brothers Street. This ramp is, I mean, the road surface on this ramp is a little bit, you know, bumpy. There is a beautiful garden on our left here. It's called the Henri Maillot Garden. Henri Maillot Garden. And it's named after one of the French Pieds Noirs, or settlers, who actively supported the Algerian independence. In fact, he fought for Algeria's independence. Then he was captured by the French and tortured to death. He was a mathematician. So Algerians, or Algerian authorities, pay homage to every French person who supported Algeria's independence, actively fought for the independence of Algeria, because, you know, the French colonized Algeria between 1830 and 1962, and you know, many of the settlers themselves, many of the French settlers or the European settlers themselves, saw how unfair the French colonial authorities were towards the Algerian indigenous people. Okay, so many of them also, you know, took part in the independence war of Algeria. And Henri Maillot is perhaps one of the most prominent figures of, amongst all those French or Europeans who participated in Algeria's liberation war. And now we're still driving on the Bouadou Brothers Street. There is a parking being built here on the right, in order to try and solve the parking issue here in this area. Because, by the way, the Frère Bouadou is also known as the Ravin de la Femme Sauvage, the Wild Woman's Ravine, and during colonial times, of course. And it's in fact a riverbed, okay? It's a riverbed. And where you know, floods would sometimes take place. So we are entering the Bir Mourad Rais neighborhood. You've got the gas station here, and this is the central part of this neighborhood. We are going to circle the block on the right. If you want to go to El Mouradia, you can take the right road here. If you want to go to El Bier and Val d'Hydra, you can take this road here. I'm gonna pause filming for a while, then I will take the left. Great. So I'm going to circle that block. All right. In fact, this is a roundabout, and I should circle it properly. Here we go. One has to drive properly, okay, in order to avoid accidents and in order to avoid getting fined by the police. And now, all right, so this is the central part of Bir Mourad Rais, and the bus stop is on the right. We're just driven past it. This is the main crossroads. Okay, so let's take the right, by the way. See, in order to explore it more. There we go. And Bir Mourad Rais literally means the well of Mourad Rais, or Captain Mourad. And Well, it was undoubtedly named after some captain, Algerian or Turkish captain, during the period when the Ottomans ruled Algeria. Well, you can see it's a residential area, but this is the commercial part of the neighborhood, the most commercially active part of the neighborhood, where most of the stores are located. And if you want to go to Hydra, you can take the right here. If you want to visit the Sidi Yahya, that right road will also lead you to the Sidi Yahya road, where there are more stores, in fact. You can see the La Concorde apartment complex on the right. So everything on the right is not very far from the La Concorde neighborhood and the apartment complex. Now we are on our way to leave Bir Mourad Rais. It only took us some 15 minutes in order to drive from Telemly to Bir Mourad Rais. Such a nice thing. Not bad at all on a work day, but I remind you that we are in the month of Ramadan. It's almost 8 o'clock. If it weren't for this, we wouldn't have been able to drive, in such fluid traffic, in a way. See, because this road is usually congested year long. All right, so take care of yourselves. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and drive safely. Visit Algiers and Algeria, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.